like to call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Mr. Dangler?
Here.
Mr. Vieira?
Here.
Dr. Vogt?
Here.
Dr. Stelling?
Here.
Mrs. Wittes?
Here.
I hereby certify that this meeting has been published in the newspaper in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act and posted as required by law.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is Complete Streets Update. Councilmember Vogt.
Good, thank you, Council President, and our Business Administrator, Charlie Shirley. We're gonna tag team this presentation since we were both at the meeting. So we have a nice report, actually, from our consultants. So let me start off by saying, the consultants that we work with are just amazing. It's just top notch. So they did an excellent job with the information they prepared for us, and also an excellent job leading us through the meeting. So, they said they will provide us with some talking points. So I'm just gonna read this so that, you have the story straight. So they said, the consultant team, in partnership with city staff, is moving forward with the Long Branch Complete Streets Implementation Plan. The plan will identify recommendations to make Long Branch safer and more comfortable for all travelers, whether they're driving, taking transit, walking, or bicycling. A stakeholder meeting, in other words, with the steering committee, engaging local, county, and state government, as well as nonprofit organizations, which is a real strength of this committee, was held on Wednesday, January 18th, to discuss progress on the project and upcoming opportunities for community engagement. In the coming weeks, the city will be promoting an online survey about bicycle and pedestrian safety in Long Branch, as well as an interactive map where members of the public can provide feedback about places where they experience safety issues and would like to see improvements. The whole idea of citywide input, particularly for the people who are on bikes, is such a priority for this. I know we talked about that a few times, but they are provided a number of opportunities for people to give input, and so we'll talk about that a little bit more, Charlie, as we move on. An in-person public engagement event is being planned as well. The consultant is also finalizing an existing conditions report, which will summarize walking and bicycling conditions in Long Branch, looking at existing sidewalks, crosswalks, and bicycle facilities, as well as where crashes have previously occurred throughout the jurisdiction. Their research, all the data that they are looking at in terms of planning this route. When we look at what our bike committee did, little did we know. So I can give this to you if you want, Heather, for the minutes.
Thank you.
And Charlie, you had some maps that you
So
wanna
just
walk
real
us
quick, if you look behind you here, so those are our priority corridors that we've asked them to take a look at. It'll make more sense in the next map, but those are the streets that they're looking to connect somehow. Some go north-south, some go east-west, but these are the streets that we chose. And then from there, I thought this was a very interesting map. So they go from LTS 1 to LTS 4, and that has to do with the level of traffic stress on the road. So an LTS 1 is something that any person should feel comfortable, and that's the current condition now. So anyone can ride their bike down it. As you get to the red ones, and you'll see like the Boulevard, Cedar Avenue, Norwood Avenue, even an experienced rider would have an issue taking their bike down there. And so the whole point of this project is to reduce them, get the 4s to 3s, 3s to 2s, 2s to 1s, and then provide corridors where we're looking to do so we can connect the city. It's all about connecting the city. And so between the two of what we chose, these are their stress levels and trying to create a path that we can get to. They've really done a good job. They've taken data from the last 5 years, and there's crash data, there's pedestrian struck data, bicyclist struck. It's really impressive what they've done. So once we get the input from the stakeholders that we just did, and then we're going to do the surveying. One of the things we suggest was to survey our employees, because the survey is a little advanced. So if we do, say, police, fire, and EMS and push them to do it, I think you're going to see that they're dealing with these issues every day in the summer, winter. They'll know. and then we'll get it out to some public areas. We're talking about churches, going to the beachfront, going to community events. The one thing we're falling short of is probably our biggest jewel here is having special events that we can gather a lot of people. It's gonna hit right before then, so I think the biggest event we're gonna hit is the Easter egg hunt. Arbor Day, maybe
Arbor
we
Day,
talked about,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But unfortunately, the survey will be done before we get into the concert series and all that stuff. It's just the way it fell. But that's basically where we're at right now. A lot got done.
Yeah, so, and the overall timeline is they're expecting that the plan is gonna be finished by June.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so that's why we have this.
Which is why we don't wanna slow it down.
Yeah, that's why we have this push, you know, they wanna know about public events and, you know, big things like Long Branch Day, that kind of thing, which we don't have right now.
Right, they just don't have it right now.
Yeah, so, really, Charlie had a great idea when we were chatting earlier today. He said to send the survey to all of the employees, which would be wonderful. Kim will be reaching out to the churches, did
Yep.
you say?
Yep.
To the churches, we're gonna reach out to the schools. We wanna get Tanya involved, maybe trying to do an event, just a bike grant event. If you know, we're just bringing it alive for the community, the thing is gonna be getting folks out for it. So, so Charlie's taking a lead on a lot of that, and, but, you know, that's our challenge right now, is to, you know, is to get input from the survey. Also putting things up on like the beach bulletin boards, any of the electronic signs. So that's our work. We have they will be providing the materials, so they'll, you know, they did the survey, they'll do the flyers, they'll do tweets, they'll do social media posts, but they'll give it to us in order to post it. So that's why it's a real team effort with it.
Can I ask a question? So, like LTS 3, 2, and 1, are there slides there, Charlie?
There aren't slides, that's it. But see the different colors where they are?
Yeah.
I-
No, that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
snipped to,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but let me ask you a question. So, when like Broadway or Brighton Avenue, like specifically Broadway, let's say, I'm only saying as a bike rider, from Rockwell to the railroad tracks, or Brighton from Ocean Boulevard, maybe also to the railroad tracks. Is that not in here?
it is, so Broadway, if you look, is a 2, and Brighton is a 3.
But now my own experience would be that riding on Westwood Avenue would be a lot safer than if I were on Broadway between those spots. Is that because people like?
It has to do with the width of the road, the speed of cars,
The speed,
and
that's
parking
what I
on
was-
one or two sides. All of that's considered.
And those jet outs that are on.
Yes, on the
Yeah.
Brighton, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, the
And
jet house.
parking on both sides is the one that kills it too.
Yeah.
But that whole idea of people's perceived safety, just like you said, John, you know, I feel safer driving on this. We had them actually do some adjustments to the survey because, you know, there was, the survey originally was saying, well, do you need more signs or do you need more this, and we don't know what we need more of, we just know that we don't feel safe on the road, you know, so we had them change the language in there so people could actually just say, I don't feel safe in this location.
Well, you got at least Norwood Avenue and Cedar and everything is definitely S4.
Oh, yeah,
Pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
July.
just based on the speed of the vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's something we might incorporate sometime into a council meeting or whatever. And just, that idea just came to me, but we just keep thinking, getting the word out. What, as far as working with the churches, what did you say?
We have the chaplain group, so
The chaplain
between,
group.
between Kim and her team,
Yeah.
they'll get out,
Yeah,
get the flyers out.
yeah,
Thank you.
okay, good,
Good job.
good.
Look it up.
Okay.
Okay, does anyone have anything with old business to discuss?
I have nothing.
New business?
Nope.
Review of regular meeting agenda? Any
Nope.
questions?
All good.
No? Okay. I need a motion to close the public portion of the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I need a motion to adopt resolution R 15-23 to go into executive session for the following items: attorney-client privilege, various board vacancies, meeting scheduling, health department update, cannabis, city-owned property. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.